67 watts.
67 wattages for JK. So yeah, Serendipity. Mike from Serendipity. If you haven't watched the YouTube Inside Vapes with Mike, well, we're offended first and foremost. Hang your head in shame, second of all. But third of all, Mike works for Wick Liquor. Wick Liquor is a company around about 15 employees, he said, so not as big as a lot of people think because it has got an incredibly good reputation for very good liquids. They have been around for a good while, and as I say, there is a solid staple, but they are expanding and they're looking to add new ranges. But they like to go down and make sure they're going down the route of bespoke flavors. And they challenged Mike to come up with basically his range of flavors. Now, there's a little card that comes with it that says the following. If you find good things without looking for them, serendipity, unexpected good luck has brought them to you. Ever tasted something that transports your mind right back to a certain special place in time? Take a moment for yourself to sample our memory-evoking flavors. Be prepared to take a trip down nostalgia lane, reminisce and rejoice as you rekindle treasured memories. Fall in love with something refreshingly new, yet still a comforting familiar. Brought to you by a serendipity, dream, taste, and belief.
I've got to say, the bottle does say creamy hand-churned rum and raisin ice cream, chilled to perfection. Worried me because I don't like rum, as I said. Genuinely, I'm going to re-drip because I genuinely really like this, which has shocked me. But it works so well. The creaminess, the rum, even the raisin. I
Even
don't
the
like fruit.
raisin? Are they raising the bar with this one, Jake? Are they?
They definitely are raisin. Yeah, the
Yeah.
bar.
All problems
I've
can be
had to,
solved with ice cream. Oh, you've moved up to
I've had
75 now.
to, I've had to increase it to 75 watts. I think that's going to be the good spot.
Going to be
But
your sweet spot.
what are your thoughts on it so far,
I
Mr.
haven't
John?
even touched it yet. I'm just going to read off the card and then I am going to go in. So, all problems can be solved with ice cream. Who likes to indulge? We all do, and even more so if that ice cream is creamy hand-churned rum and raisin chilled to perfection. Got to be honest, I've never tried rum and raisin ice cream ever. Yeah, the rum would put me off because I'm not a spirit drinker of any sorts. I am a lager man. Make everything Irie, as this flavour is destined to be the scoop of the day. Well, Jake's already gone in, and he seems to be
Oh
pleasantly
yeah,
surprised, given the fear that he had, because this is definitely one of those flavors. When you read it, you're like, well, am I going to like this? Is it going to be?
I've cracked the wattage up to 78 now, and I'm getting more rum, and it's not quite for me. So I'm going to drop it back down to 74. I think that might be my soft spot. Yeah. Yeah, I reckon if you're into your rum, you'll be probably looking at 80 watts for this. Um, but yeah, for me, 74 seems to be hitting just right for a perfect blend of all the flavors.
What
Definitely.
I'm loving that creamy ice cream. It is really
Yeah,
creamy and sweet. Tastes like ice cream. You've got a rum in there, but it is like literally just sitting on top of that ice cream, so it's not punching you at any point. And the same with the raisin as well. They're both kind of there, just lurking alongside what is the main staple, which is that creamy ice cream for me. And yeah, chilled again. It's like you said in the when we were chatting to him before. It's not chilled as in it's a cold flavor. It's chilled as in it's got that little bit of cooling there to represent the fact that it's ice cream. And that's how it comes through. It's not coming through. I wouldn't describe it as a cold flavor by any stretch of the imagination.
I'm going straight in with a personal score of 8, but I'm actually going to give it a 9 because I think it is a perfect cream, ice cream, rum and raisin. It is exactly how it should be. But I've dropped it a little just as I think it's well, nothing's ever a 10 unless it's a blow your socks off sort of thing. So yeah, I'm going with a very strong 9 on that one. What about you? What say you, Mr. John? He's probably smacking his lips.
It's incredibly tasty. It's something that I will be vaping the whole bottle of, without a problem.
Definitely.
It does what it says on the tin. I like in my head. I'm like, so why wouldn't it be a 10? And I think for me, for it to be a 10, with what I am getting, I would have liked just a little bit more of the sweetness of the raisin.
Okay.
I'm not, again, I mean, maybe it's a personal preference thing. Rum wise, it's there, and I think for me that's any more, and it would become very overpowering. But I just think that a sweet raisin could complement that if it was a little bit more. But I'm still, annoyingly and frustratingly for me, it's the same score as you. I'm going to give it a 9. I think it is a very nice flavour indeed. Yeah, a 9 to kick off the review for Irie Vibes.
Yeah, is it Irie? Is it Irie?
It's Irie. I think it's like that the Jamaican Irie. Shane, it is. Yeah. I mean, it's a nice score from the off, and that is great because that was, I think, the flavour for me and Jake. And we've had this before.
Reading comments now.
Well, I just it's liquid review relevant. We've had reviews before where actually flavour that scared us the most has turned out to be one of the best, and one of the ones that we thought was going to be the best has then not performed to the expectation. And that's the problem, is you get expectations, and I really didn't want to have expectations with these, but I kind of had high hopes, and that first one has genuinely delivered. I would say for me above what I was thinking it was going to be. So very, very happy with the Irie Vibes as the first flavour. Let's hope the rest follow suit. So the next flavour that we're going to be going in,
I'm already dripped and ready to.
Jake is dripped and ready. We have got Golden Sunset. If you give the apple to me at its worthiest, I will make apple pie. And who doesn't love an apple pie and custard? The most comforting of all desserts, sweet, fresh, warm and delicious, taste buds at the ready. Cut yourself a slice and prepare to be swathed in sweet, fresh apples, butter-rich pastry, topped with golden muscovado caramel. Go on, have another slice. There's plenty to go around. I haven't read that before, and I gotta say, as far as words go, that has made me salivate a little bit. I want me some apple. Is it apple crumble, or are we apple pie?
It says pastry. It's a butter-rich pastry, generously deep-filled with sweet fresh apples and muscovado caramel. Now, I wouldn't have put caramel with it, but
right, I reckon I am down to a nice level to go in on Golden Sunset. I do like apple vapes. I think apple vapes very nicely. I haven't had an apple pie that I've come along that has made me actually vape the whole bottle, to be honest. Having had a few through over the years, but let's see.
I'm going in for a second bit of drippage, as I don't know if it's just me, so I'll wait for John to give his verdict first. So, John, thinking, what are you getting?
I'm immediately hit with pastry.
Yep.
It's an intense, excuse me, very pastry. And there is absolutely no mistake in that whatsoever.
See, I'm not knocking it, but I'm getting a really buttery, caramelly, like you say, pastry.
Yep.
But the apple is, if the bottle didn't say apple, would I pick it out?
It is a, excuse me. I'm not coughing it in a bad way, by the way. No cinnamon in this one. No, definitely not. I'm getting sweet pastry. I don't know about you, Jake, but afterwards, the aftertaste is where I'm getting most of the apple. I would.
Yeah, but still.
No, I was saying I would like more of the sweet apple in the actual.
I'm gutted. I'm not knocking it, but the first one off the bat 9, and it's a rum, and I don't like rum. I know I like apple. I think it's very lacking on the apple front, especially with it called generously deep filled. Um,
Nah,
I'd say
I
it's more of a hint and undertone.
I am getting the more I vaped it, I'm getting a whole lot more coming through now. And what initially was that blast of pastry, I think was just the taste buds going against the previous flavor because I'm not getting the intensity of the pastry anymore. I'm getting a much more balanced mix.
I have tried 69, and then I tried 78. So I'll go a bit lower. I'll go 60.
Well, I'm at fucking 95, but again, it all depends on what your calls are. So
As I say, I've dropped under 70 and I'm getting nothing. So yeah, going too low. I'll go 80. Yeah, what coils are you using, Mr. John?
I have got. I'm still rocking the same aliens in there that I used. I've used for every. They basically get used. Well, they haven't been used for a while because it's been a while since we've done a liquid review. But they were basically used once a week when we did the liquid reviews, just clean them each time. And I always just go straight in at 95. Some liquids there's a little bit of variation as to what performs well, but generally speaking, 95 for me is a safe wattage on those. That one is coming through. Yeah, yeah, buttery, rich, sweet. It is quite sweet, that one. It is quite sweet. If you don't like sweet flavors, I think that one might be a little bit sweet for you.
I'm not a lover. I have gone 7. I was umming and ahhing on a 7.5, but there's just not enough apple. It's too much of an undertone for me. I just
I get, yeah. As I say, everything else for me is absolutely nailed it. The pastry,
yeah, bang on. Yeah,
the muscovado, the sweetness, but I would just liked a bit more hit on that apple. I'm still going a little bit higher than you. I'm still going to say an 8 on that one. I am still a fan, and as I say, I've got this lovely apple aftertaste in my mouth. But yeah, just on the initial hits there, I would have liked just a little bit more apple on that one. But again, you know, these things can be preferential. You might get that and think actually that's absolutely on point of where I would want it to be.
it's true. It's true. Next flavor, Vanilla Sky, a rich, indulgent bourbon vanilla custard, delectably sweetened, with maple and marshmallow. Oh, you filthy whore!
I tell you what, this is like. I'm going to do this one day. I don't know if you've ever done this in your life, Jake, but I always like I go to the restaurant and I have a meal, and then the dessert menu comes out, and I'd like, you know what? I would quite like to have that one, that one, that one, and that one. And I always wonder why don't I just go in one day and just have the desserts and just not have the main course?
Oh yeah, I've done that. Yeah,
I've not.
yeah. Are you surprised? No, I genuinely haven't. But yeah, I think everyone's had that thought. But I have been to a dessert restaurant where they just do desserts. That was quite nice.
You know,
But yeah, did
it
you
was
want to
actually a
read?
bakery, Jake. Just
No, no, no. It was a rest. It was a sit and dine, but like they just did waffles, ice cream. They did cereal, which yeah. And they were like £4. Fuck off.
yeah. Do you know what?
Right. So I've read.
They'd make a killing if they did a vape line alongside of their desserts.
It's true. So yeah, I've read the bottle. Do you want to read the synopsis while I
All right,
have a
ladies
cheeky?
and gentlemen, we have got the Vanilla Sky up next. In a nutshell, we believe it is a vanilla custard. Well, there's a little bit more to that. So we will go into the lovely little card here. Hip hip brulee. We all dream of a rich, creamy, sumptuous vanilla custard. Warm and comforting, this masterclass blend brings you indulgent bourbon vanilla custard, delectably sweetened with maple and marshmallow. Dive right in and taste the dream. Got to open my bottle first, haven't I? So, Vanilla Sky. Jake's awfully quiet there. I think he may have made a little mess in his
No, no,
in his
no.
pantaloons.
I'm grabbing a bottle of nicotine.
Yeah, that's what I was to say. That's why I said making a mess in your pantaloons. I think
Ah,
you love that one so much that you've just kept your gob shut.
uh, pretty much, pretty much. I was gonna wait for you to try it and see
Regular
if we're in
viewers would
agreement.
know takes a lot to shot Jacob.
But it's very, very true. Is this an empty bottle? Hey, I've taken the nib out. I can see there's juice in there. Is it frozen?
I was going to say, are you that cold that your liquid's gone very, very, I don't know if stodgy is the right word?
Oh, it's 100% VG. Um, I don't know if you'll see this on camera, but it's
Thick stuff.
yeah. So yeah, I think this is glycerin. Uh, yes, I'll have to read the bottle, but I'm sure the creator will let me know. But oh, that's
It's
yeah. Or you don't sound like I or go on.
I for me genuinely, I would have liked a little bit more vanilla, but I'm getting a vanilla custard. I'm getting the sweetness. Marshmallow is there. Yeah, 100 VG says Mike. And also that maple element again, very similar to the first flavor. Those two elements are just kind of sitting on top, and they're there, not overly noticeable. The vanilla custard again, it's there. It's a real nice sweet custard. But for me, I had the creaminess of the first one, the rum and raisin. In that would be. I think I would be where Jake is right now. But again, another strong flavor as far as a vanilla custard goes. Sumptuous vanilla custard, creamy sumptuous vanilla. I think is a perfectly accurate description. I genuinely I am thoroughly enjoying these flavors. They're not overly sweet, but there is a real nice level of sweetness there. They are dessert flavors. They do have
Hey,
enough for that representation there. In sweetness,
this is the best, mate. The maple syrup, the marshmallow, it gives it just that right amount of sweetness.
gives it something a bit different as
Vanilla,
well.
yeah, Vanilla Sky, it beats VVS
Hey, CJ.
vanilla custard hands down. This, I've nicked it up if you didn't see. Oh, I'm going to say a 10. There is nothing I would change. I fucking love that.
Landed for you, sir. Landed for you.
Mate, that is so, that is a vanilla custard. It's got the maple, it has got the marsh, the sweet, genuinely, when you were describing it, I even said, "Oh, you filthy whore," because it just sounds so fucking epic and actually delivers. Not to say I'm surprised, because they range so far with one left. Majorly, majorly impressed. Now, I didn't hear if you gave a score, John. If you did, I missed it.
I am going to go. I think it's only fair another 9. I think personally for myself, I might have gone 8.5, but I'm thinking 9. As I say, I would have just liked a little bit more vanilla in the custard, but again, another very, very good flavors of flavor. And yeah, as I say, so far, all 3 of these are going to disappear very, very quickly. Because they are.
I wouldn't have changed a thing in that one. Genuinely surprised me that I liked it.
Although I do love I think the marshmallow works so well in that. Like really, I've never thought of marshmallow in a custard, but actually that sweetness in the marshmallow does work really well with the custard.
It so does. That is so. I'm not a dessert guy either, Mike. I don't know if that was mentioned in the Inside Vape, but genuinely, for me to give a flavor a 10, far and few between. To give a dessert a 10, I, it's so nice. I love it.
Well, apologies. I just looked down and read the description of the next flavor. Now, my
I like that.
one of my favorite all-time sweets, and definitely my favorite hard sweet, is a lemon sherbet. Now, ever since I broke my tooth on one of them, I have been, sadly, not non-partaking in the hard-boiled sweets because I don't want to lose my teeth. This is Sweet Nirvana. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
I've tried the cotton out.
Ew, it's sucker good. And what if those lemons were the sweetest nectar you had ever tasted? This magical mix brings you the freshest lemons pressed and triple filtered through frozen sherbet granules. When life give you lemons, make them heavenly.
Nice. Wow. Oh, wow. The sherbet. Ooh. Oh, on the drip test. Oh, fuck. Oh, lemon. Fuck. So the bottle reads, freshly pressed lemons, you got that right, triple filtered through frozen sherbet granules. Wow. Oh,
I'm excited.
Oh, come on, be a 10. Come on. Mike, we're going to fall out if it's in a 10.
I am excited. I think the whole prospect of the lemon sherbet, I love a really good sherbet. There are very, very few. In fact, there's only really one sherbet range that I would say was a good sherbet range out of all of the sherbets that we've tried over the years. So I am yeah, very, very much looking forward.
In production, so
a reason why we left this one to last.
Oh yes, oh yes. Right. Well, Mike, you said this would probably be my fave. I think. But no, actually, did you say Vanilla Sky? I think he may have even said Vanilla Sky. But right, here we go.
So it's like the limoncello that you have after your meal as a bit of a palate freshener.
It's a bit shit that, John. Don't even try it. Just send me the bottle, mate. And we'll end it there, guys. Fucking.
Was it Mike that we were talking to about 5-litre requests?
It's fucking sort it out.
I mean, I'm perfectly happy to get a fucking 20-litre container in here with that in. I could have that dripped into my body. That is a lemon sherbet. For me, a lemon sherbet sweet. It is absolutely nailing the boiled sweet, and I would go as far to say it's the most boiled sweet-esque flavour that I've had, as far as actually nailing the flavour of a boiled sweet. A refreshing lemon, ice that is there just to kind of, I guess, balance the flavour. It's not a cold.
No, it's
mate.
It's not like the typical WS23.
Like, that is fucking filthy, and I tell you,
their own made cooling, and genuinely, I think if you'd have got any colder, it'd been ruined.
If that doesn't win the award for best sweet flavour, it's a fix. I'm telling you now, that is ridiculous.
Well, we've just got to give it a score. But Mike, when you say I knew that would be your favourite, are you saying the Nirvana or the vanilla? Because I have a feeling that you'd said the Vanilla Sky. And I will say, I do love a good sherbet. I'm sadly going to rate the Nirvana a measly 3.5-ish. Maybe a 6. He's not listening. I'm going with a 9.5 on that one. Because the Vanilla Sky, I wouldn't change a thing. Personal preference on the Nirvana. I just don't like cooling. But it is very understated, so still a 9.5. Absolutely epic score. And I am going to nick that one up as well, because that is...
Nirvana.
Nirvana.
Really, really good. The description, I remember when we were talking with Mike, this was more of along the lines of the old-fashioned kind of classic, it's like a powdered lemonade that you can make. But for me, this is coming through just like that oval with the knobbly bits on the top and the bottom lemon sherbet at its peak, like when it has just been like halfway gone through and it is just that full flavor intensity. The only thing I would be a little bit concerned about on that flavor is would it be too sweet for an all-day vape? But I don't. I think I quite happily vape that all day, not a problem.
When I was taking the nib off the nicotine, it shot into my mouth.
Did you do it with your teeth, Jake?
Mm-hmm.
Did you not learn my lesson for doing that?
I don't know how else to get the nibs off little nicotine bottles.
Pair of scissors or with a nicotine removal tool?
I don't have one.
Would you like me to send you a nicotine removal tool, Jake?
I would indeed, yes.
Why do you say so, man? Just getting a nice mouthful of nicotine. Yeah. So I am delighted to say,
Oh yeah, score. I didn't. I'm guessing you're going straight 10.
I am going 10. Yeah, I think that flavor is the freaking lightful.
The freaking lightful
The
there.
freaking lightful, and you can't take that lightly. You know, these flavors they're complex flavors. A lot of ingredients going on in these flavors. They are seriously full of flavor. If you are a dessert lover, then I think you'll be very, very happy. If you're not a dessert lover, I still think you'll thoroughly enjoy these flavors. And especially that lemon sherbet at the end there was an absolute triumph. So massive, well done, Mike. I think you've nailed a very, very good range of liquids there. And I think you've achieved what you wanted to achieve in the whole nostalgia, taking you back to that place where you that happy place that each one of these is going to give you. And I think that's great because for you, you know exactly where that is and exactly what that occasion is where that's triggering your head every time you vape those. So fantastic. But yeah, me straight out of that lemon sherbet, I'm straight back there with a paper bag that's been sat in my blazer pocket and all of the sweets are stuck to the to the paper.
Well, I have nicked up. So for anyone that is watching, here is a rundown of the scores. First flavor off the bat, Irie vibes, a 9 across the board.
I would say it's Irie vibes. Better than
yeah.
Irie makes
the second one, Golden Sunset, a 7 from myself, an 8 from John. Vanilla Sky, a 10 from myself, and a 9 from John. And then the Sweet Nirvana, the sherbet, a 9.5 from myself and a 10 from John, giving an overall score of 35.5 out of a possible 40 from myself and a 36 out of 40 from John. So it's a 35.5 and a 36. So even though we've rated them completely different, it still is, what's that, 94% out of a possible 100. That is so, yeah. I'm genuinely impressed, and I think everyone should definitely get their hands on this range. Mike, you have surpassed what I thought. I do know that Wick Liquor makes some snazzy juices, and obviously, as it says, John might have to show that on the camera, the side of the bottle where it says it. But yeah, as it says on the bottle. Hopefully you can see it. So yeah, it says on the bottle, designed and created by Wick Liquor. I think these personally are better than the Wick Liquor ones for my flavor profile. Amazing.
Well, again, it's like in the market out there at the moment. As we all know, there is a massive saturation. There are so many liquids out there. Premium is a term that is fired around far too often. I think a premium liquid should be something that contains at least X amount of ingredients within it, so that there is that thought process. And it's not just something that a machine is conjured up and away you go. These flavors and what they are, you can tell that is the case for those. With where he's gone for with them, and as I say, I think he's done really well in landing those flavors. And that for me is what you would call a premium liquid. You're getting the 100 100ml bottle. So if you're a 3 milligrammer like myself, 2 nick shots in there, and you've got 120ml of the Lightful liquids. Yeah, man, definitely worth. If you want to, if you do wish to make a purchase, then Wick Liquor's website is probably going to be the best bet for now. I know there is going to be an update coming along in the not too far future. But yeah, really good. I was really hoping that
Yeah.
I would love all four, and I do love all four. And sadly, Aaron, due to COVID restrictions and regulations, we're not allowed to raffle off any open bottles of liquids.
Oh, I just coughed all over my bottles.
Until all four of these have gone, and then yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
really, thank you so much, Mike, for sending those liquids to us.
I definitely can't wait to get these in stock. I genuinely, I can't imagine anyone who likes rum and raisin ice cream, anyone who likes apple pastry, anyone who likes a nice vanilla custard, as Kev said, without the cinnamon in there, and the lemon sherbet. I genuinely think the only one, and it's minor, it's my preference, is the apple. There just wasn't enough in that one. So if you are a proper apple lover, I'd still say give it a try. I think I was maybe a little bit tight on giving it a 7 and an 8 from John.
And Mike, if you're ever thinking, oh, do you know what, I might expand the Serendipity range, because I do think there was a bit of an inkling of something that you mentioned. Can I thoroughly recommend chocolate orange cake, sticky toffee pudding, maybe with a little bit of a brownie mixed in together. Like I said, I like the whole dessert menu in front of me, and a bit of this and a bit of that. But anyway, yeah, as I say,
I want that vanilla sky. You can't genuinely, it is so amazing. Wick Liquor, Margie. Yeah, so you can go over to Wick Liquor's website and buy them there. Hopefully we will be having a chat soon, Mike, and we're getting these in stock. But genuinely such an epic range. Only 4 bottles.
yeah,
It is new. It is a month old. I believe.
incredibly solid range.
Yeah, I think it was 7th of March. I've probably got the date completely
I was going to say it was about the month age, but thankfully, being part of Wick Liquor, leave it with me, or see if he comes out with like a chocolate orange brownie and all in one.
I would like a nice chocolate brownie.
I think we can end the liquid review there. So if you are watching on YouTube, thank you very much for joining us, and please do make sure you subscribe and you like the channel for more of these. Of course, if you're watching us live right now, we will carry on.